Hello everybody, today back in another video. Alright my tennis friends all over the world, this video is going to be about, I got a question a couple of weeks ago, I think, something like that, or 1 week ago, I don't remember exactly, where a person, I don't know if it is a man or woman, doesn't matter, the person asked me, do a video about so-called the third guy. Do we have the third guy? Will we have the third guy? Because we know that it is right now a two-man show in tennis. Alcaraz and Sinner. They both of them have won the last 8 Grand Slam titles together, going back from 2024 Australian Open to 2025 US Open. They won 2 Grand Slam titles each in 2024. They have won 2 Grand Slam titles each in this 2025 season. And will this continue? That is the $1 million question, my tennis fans all over the world. And I'm here to answer that $1 million question with you guys. And then you can decide if you agree with me or not. I'm gonna give you my answer. I'm gonna give you the answer if we have the third guy, if we have the Joker so-called. Do you remember back in 2005 to 2007 where Federer and Nadal won 11 Grand Slam titles in a row, 11 consecutive Grand Slam titles they won together until Novak Djokovic came around in 2008 Australian Open and he spoiled that 11 Grand Slam titles consecutively that Federer and Nadal won, and Novak said, "It is time I show up. It is time the Joker shows up. I have had enough with this dominance from you guys. I want to come up on the scene." And he for sure did. And he came up on the big scene. As 20 years old of age, Novak Djokovic won his first ever Grand Slam title at Australian Open 2008 and stopped that 11 consecutively Grand Slam titles in a row that Federer and Nadal won. You guys remember that time, 17 years ago, 2008, when Novak won. And now people are asking and analyzing and wishing that, will we have the third guy? Is he on a rise? Will he come up to the scene and stop this two-man show from Alcaraz and Sinner? Will we have that? Is he around the corner? Where is he? Is he hiding somewhere? Will he show up? Where are you, dude? People are waiting for you. Are you coming? Are you arriving? Where are you, baby? Tell us, where are you? I'm here to answer that question. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Forget the 90 guys. Forget them. Just take them out of the picture. I have already done videos about them. They won 2 Grand Slam titles. Medvedev won at the US Open 2021. Dominic Thiem won at the US Open 2020. And they will never win any more Grand Slam titles. They are not even in this discussion. All right? I have already done videos about this. I feel that I'm just repeating myself. Forget them. The 90 guys are over winning Grand Slam titles. They're over. The big three crushed them, especially Djokovic and Nadal. And then, unlucky that they never got a second to breathe. Alcaraz and Sinner arrived immediately. And they never had the chance to shine. They were crushed from Djokovic and Nadal mostly, and then from Alcaraz and Sinner. So they will not have any room to shine. They are done and dusted. The 90 guys, you know who I'm talking about. Let's talk about the new generation, so-called. The players that are born in the 2000s. Draper, Shelton, Mensik. Have I forgotten someone? No. Probably not. Draper, Shelton, Mensik. All these three are born in the 2000s. And Holger Rune is also born in the 2000s. Let's talk about Mensik. Forget Mensik. He won the Miami Open early this year and then he disappeared. He more or less had taken a long vacation has not made any noise. All right? So forget him in the short term. I don't know how his development will be in 5 years, but get him out of the picture. And Fonseca, I will put Fonseca there as well. Who is a promising player. Draper, he won Indian Wells, his first and only Master 1000 title so far in his career, and Mensik as well, his first Master 1000 title, and his only title, if I'm not mistaken, in his career so far, Mensik. Draper won the Indian Wells earlier this year, defeated Carlos Alcaraz on the way there, has not done any big noise after that, really. He has not even made it to a one quarterfinal in majors this year. 2-1. He didn't make it to a quarterfinal at French Open. He didn't make it to a quarterfinal at Wimbledon. And at US Open, he played one match and pulled out. And for sure, so he has not done one quarterfinal appearance in this Grand Slam season this year. So, he has defeated Sinner once. He's won all against Sinner in head-to-head. He has defeated Carlos Alcaraz 2 times. Carlos Alcaraz is 4-2 in the head-to-head over Draper. But he has never defeated them in Grand Slam matches. Take him out of the picture, Draper. He has big potential, absolutely. But for me, he doesn't hit the ball big enough. He has a great serve. He has a solid backhand. His forehand can be inconsistent time to time. He's not the most brutal, greatest mover out there. He's a good mover, but definitely not even close as good mover as Alcaraz. On the other hand, who is? Nobody. But Draper, to me, doesn't feel as a contender to even... He has one Grand Slam semifinal in his career. One. No more than so. So, Draper, no. I don't think he will be the one who will stop this Sincaras dominance. Let's go to Shelton. It is a big noise about Shelton, especially from the United States. Look, my tennis fans all on the world, and especially you at the United States. I'm not here to spoil your party. Some of you maybe feel, but Inter, why are you being so negative? Look, my tennis friends all on the world, and especially you at the United States. I'm not a crowd pleaser, all right? This is not what this channel is about, to be a crowd pleaser. I am a truth teller. And the truth about Shelton is, the dude doesn't have any good returns. The dude doesn't have any great backhand. The dude is not the greatest from a baseline. He has a great forehand, and he has a huge serve. Can you do a lot of damage with those two specific particular shots? Absolutely, baby, you can. But not against the greatest elite like Alcaraz and Sinner. Alcaraz and Sinner are not 90 guys of players. They are not. They are generational talents. They are generational talents, which the player that was born in the 90s never was. So for Shelton to break through these two guys, he must have more than a serve and a forehand. Those only two weapons will not be enough. And he's not the greatest defensive player as well. If you make him run, Shelton, he's toast. So, the only thing Shelton has in his bag, it is a huge serve and a huge forehand. But that had Isner as well. Isner never won a major. Isner never made it to a Grand Slam final. The deepest run Isner did in Grand Slams was a semi-final. I'm not saying that Shelton is a worse player than Isner, because he isn't. Shelton is better player than Isner. But my point is that Shelton has similar weapons like Isner. Huge forehand, huge serve. Just the big difference is that Shelton is much faster than Isner. Of course, Isner was not super fast because the guy was huge. And look at the head-to-head. Shelton is 1-6 against Sinner. Sinner has defeated Shelton 6 times, and Shelton has defeated Sinner only once. Shelton has never defeated Alcaraz in 3 meetings. 3-0 to Alcaraz in the head-to-head against Shelton. So out of 10 matches that Shelton has faced Alcaraz and Sinner, he has won only 1 of these matches. 1! And that was, of course, not in a Grand Slam tournament. It was a match outside of Grand Slams, not in a Grand Slam tournament. And if you look at these players, and Holger Rune, let's talk about him. What has this dude done since he won Paris Masters 2022? Yeah. Since he won Paris Masters 2022 against Novak Djokovic in that final, what has the dude done since then? Has he done any big noise after that? No. He has not even won Grand Slam semi-final, Holger Rune. Not even one. And in this year, Holger Rune, he has not played 1 Grand Slam quarter-final in this 2025 season in Grand Slams. Not even 1. He has won 1 tournament, Holger Rune, this year, which was Barcelona earlier this year, where he defeated Carlos Alcaraz in that final, which he, by the way, did a great match in that match. All credit to Holger Rune for winning that Barcelona final against Carlos Alcaraz. But the consistency is not there from the Danish player, from the Danish player. It is just not there. Of course, he has potential. He's a great mover. He's really fast on the court. He's a shot maker, Holger Rune, but he's too inconsistent to be a contender for the majors. Many people around the world, they make the comparison to Djokovic 17 years ago, where he broke through in that 2008 Australian Open. But people should not forget that Novak Djokovic, before that breakthrough in 2008 Australian Open, where he defeated Federer in the semifinals on the way and actually didn't drop 1 single set in the entire tournament until the final against Joe Tsonga, where he dropped his first and only set in the entire 2008 Australian Open edition. He won 5 titles in that 2007 season. 5! 2 of them was Masters. Miami he won that year, and Canada Open. And he was even in Indian Wells final, that 2007, where he lost against Rafa Nadal. And then, after Indian Wells, he won the Miami against Canas. And then, in the same year, he won the Canada Open against Federer in a tied 3-set. Won both of his sets in tiebreaks. The first set, Djokovic won in tiebreak, and the third set, he won in tiebreak in that 2007 Canada Open final against Roger Federer. And he even made the final at US Open the same year, 2007, against Roger Federer. A final where Roger won in straight sets, but the only way Roger won that final in straight sets against Novak Djokovic, because Novak was super unclutch. Because Novak had actually set points both in the first set and the second set. And in the first set, he actually had set points in his own serve. In the second set, he didn't have set points in his own serve. He had them in Roger's serve. But nevertheless, the dude has several set points in the first set, several set points in the second set against Roger Federer. Novak Djokovic in that 2007 US Open final. So that Federer winning that match in straight sets was pure miracle. So when Novak won that Australian Open 2008, he did that as a player who showed great result in 2007. He showed really great result with 5 titles winning and 2 Master 1000 titles and playing a final in 2007 in the Wells and playing his first ever Grand Slam final at US Open against Roger Federer. when he won at Australian Open 2008, Novak was world number 3. It was like Novak was outside of top 20. He was world number 3. Who is the world number 3 now in today's tennis? It is Zverev, who is in a big decline, who's won only 1 title this year, a 500 class tournament in Munich. Yeah, Zverev is a good player, has won 24 titles in his career. Has won 7 Master 1000 titles. So Zverev is not a bad player, but he's a decline. Zverev, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, Rublev, all these guys are in decline. Huge one. So, do we have a third Joker guy? No, we don't. Alcaraz and Sinner will continue to win Grand Slam titles in at least 1 or 2 years without nobody disturbing them. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go on, subscribe, peace.